Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You see, if you have values, the values will be used regardless of who's who and what is what. You know, a crime is a crime regardless who commits it. Correct? Correct. If you have values, like the Western values, remember? Okay, what happened? The United States of America again remained, what's the word they call for Russia? Isolated. Yeah, that's the word, isolated. So, the United Nations General Assembly voted to demand a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. There were about 193 countries and voted. Well, would you be surprised to find out the United States was in a very, very tiny minority? Well, let me show you how the vote went. So I'm going to show you how the vote went today. United States isolated with some countries, none of them is any of their vassal states, maybe Austria. But the others, you wouldn't believe it. And that's the first one. The second one, I will show you the vote in the United Nations Security Council, where again, United States vetoed it, and it was again isolated, was alone, with Great Britain abstaining. And then I will compare it with what words these weasels used when they condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine. You'll see that happened a year ago. We're going to have numbers, videos, and weasels, a lot of them. So let's start with what happened today. It's this article and a video. Associated Press, this is from the 12th of December 2023. United Nations General Assembly votes overwhelmingly to demand a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. Now, when you say overwhelmingly, how much do you think that is? It's 193 countries, I think they voted this time. 193. Overwhelmingly. All right, remember the United States of America sometimes claims the world community condemns or the world community is outraged. And they talk about 4 or 5 countries. That's the world community because they consider themselves being the most important. And if they have 3, 4, 5 other weasels with them, that's the world community. Out of 193 countries. The world community will be about, 150, 160 countries, right? From 193. I would say about 70%, 80% would be the world community condemning, let's say 3/4, 3/4. So let's keep going with this article here and then show you the video of the vote. So here it is. United Nations passes resolution calling for a ceasefire in Israel-Hamas war. The United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday passed a non-binding resolution calling for a ceasefire between papapap and pupupu. So let's hear it. Put some sound. Ready, set, go.
Decision on draft resolution A/ES10/L27 entitled Protection of Civilians and Upholding Legal and Humanitarian.
What the hell happened?
Take a decision on draft resolution A/ES10/L27 entitled Protection of Civilians and Upholding Legal and Humanitarian Obligations. A recorded vote has been requested. We shall now begin the voting process. Those in favor of draft resolution A/ES10/L27, please signify. Those against and abstentions.
The General Assembly.
Right there. Ready? So I'm going to leave it without my beautiful face, and you're going to see it. Right there. So you have, let me put it nicely, right there. So you have in favor with green 149, 150 countries out of 192, 193. Against 9 abstention 22. So you have actually 172 countries that, were okay for this, did not oppose it. And you have 9 against. I'm going to read for you the countries that opposed it. Austria, I don't know why. Czechia, Czech Republic, again, I don't know why. Obviously Israel. Liberia, I don't know why. Micronesia, you know where Micronesia is? Nauru, you know where Nauru is? Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, and obviously the United States of America. These were the countries that voted against. 9 countries. What's the world community? Now let me read you the one that abstentions, 22 abstentions. Argentina, obviously, Bulgaria. This is where you're going to find a lot of weasels, a lot of vassal states. I don't know, equatorial, I don't know what it is, right here. Then I don't know what equatorial, what exactly, I'm not going to do anything about it. Georgia, Germany, Hungary, Italy, Lithuania, Malawi, Marshall Islands, the Netherlands, Palau, Panama, Romania weasels, Slovakia, South Sudan, Togo, Tonga, United States, Ukraine, and United Kingdom, I'm sorry, and Uruguay. So there are some countries here, like Switzerland, Sweden, they voted for it. Slovenia, Slovakia, Serbia, obviously, Turkey, countries that you would, Poland right here, for it, Poland. Norway, New Zealand. These countries usually are with the United States of America, Luxembourg, Latvia, oh my, that's not good. Oh, Iraq, oh my God, how come Iraq? India, Iceland, and France right there. I mean, I can go China, obviously. These are the countries that are still on their own. Cyprus, Denmark, Estonia, Jesus Christ, these guys just threw US under the bus. Belgium, Brazil, obviously. So you see, Albania, hey, Kosovo, what's going on with you, Albania? So what did the world community say about it? 150 said we vote for it. 9, which is United States. I'm surprised with Czech Republic, Austria, Israel, obviously, Liberia, I don't understand, Micronesia, I don't understand, Nauru, I don't understand, Papua New Guinea, I don't understand, Paraguay, I don't understand, and obviously United States of America. So that is the world community. These are the guys that supported the United States of America. Now, this is obviously going to be downplayed by the United States of America, but I'm going to show you in another vote how they interpreted when Russia invasion of Ukraine was condemned by about the same number. Remember, 150, I'm going to put it again over there, 149, 150, 9, 22. Okay? So I'm going to go now to a different article, which is going to be from Associated Press. Right here. This happened a few days ago. US vetoes United Nations resolution backed by many nations demanding immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. Here it was 15 out of 15 countries. Out of 15, 1 voted against, which was veto, United States of America, and 1 abstained, that is United Kingdom. The rest voted to condemn, to stop, it was to demand immediate humanitarian ceasefire. Again, United States alone. Let's play this little 1-second video. Let's see. There he is, the American.
Abstenciones.
Abstention.
El resultado de la votación.
All right, well, that's 1. That's 2nd. And now I'm going to go back in time about a year ago when these guys did a National Assembly. And the National Assembly of the United Nations they voted to condemn Russia. And I'm going to show you the vote. Let's see. And the interpretations as well. Let's go from to The Guardian. I want to use 2 articles. The Guardian. This is 1 year ago. United Nations veto votes to condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine and calls for withdrawal. In an emergency session, 141 of the 193 member states voted for a resolution. 35 abstained and 5 voted against. So 141, and here it was what? 149. It's true, against were 9 with Palau, Nauru, Micronesia, Liberia, and Papua New Guinea. Hey, big spender, big countries. So here we got 35 abstained. So that was another one. And we're going to go to the last article where I have some commentaries. And it's going to be the same vote. Where is it? Right here. Ukraine war. UN General Assembly condemns Russia annexation. Russia annexation. So in this one we have 143, while 35 states, including China and India, abstained. Also, all right. So we're going to go down here somewhere. We have a lot of commentaries. All right. So here it is. Ready? We're going to read it. This is how they talked about this vote. About this one. 143 countries voted for it. Remember that one? 149. And now let's see the language. All right. Right here, I'm quoting. The world had its say. Russia's attempts at annexation is worthless and will never be recognized by free nations, he tweeted, adding that Ukraine would return all its lands. All right. US President Joe Biden said the vote sent a clear message to Moscow. So if this is a clear message to Moscow, how about this vote? Sends a clear message to whom? This vote sends a clear message to whom if this one sends a clear message to Moscow? I don't hear President Biden saying that. Hey, this sends a clear message to No, he's not going to say that. And I'm quoting. The stakes of this conflict are clear to all, and the world has sent a clear message in response. Russia cannot erase a sovereign state from the map, end quote, he said. And then Dame Barbara, blah, 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 Britain's ambassador to UN, said Russia had failed on the battlefield and the United Nations, adding that countries had united to defend the world's body's charter. You remember in this video here, not in this one, where is it? The one with, right here. Remember who abstained? Let me just go and see if I find, remember that woman over there? I guess the one that abstained right here is this baby doll right here. Barbara, dame, she's a dame. Barbara. So Barbara is, where is she? Right here. But she dares to take a shit right here, adding that the countries had united to defend the World Body's Charter. It worked in her way. We're good. It didn't work in my favor. Bad. And I'm quoting. Russia has isolated itself. Say it ain't so. Really? What about the against 9? Who isolated here? Baby doll. Russia has isolated itself, but Russia alone can stop the suffering. Well, who else can stop the suffering here, I wonder? Who can stop the suffering there? No, she's not going to say that. She still likes her seat over there. The time to end the war is now. So she said, this babe said very clearly, right here, it's so isolated, the time to end the war is now. Well, how about this one, baby doll? Where were you, United Kingdom here? Where were you, United Kingdom? You abstained here again. But you didn't say anything about this one and condemn anybody. Why? Because that's how you are. Weasels with no values. You have preferential values and there's no values at all. You don't have principles, because when you have principles, you have to apply them regardless of the people implicated. If you see a rape over there, you call it as it is, regardless if that's your uncle, your brother, your sister, your whatever. You call it the way it is. But hey, so my friends, when you hear next time, and I always, after a certain age, about 18, when I was about 18, whenever this guy said the world community, to me it was like, I know that's at that time 100 and some 90 countries or something, 80 something, 90. I was thinking, all of them condemn that? All of them are outraged? And I bothered to check to see, who the hell were those countries? And I found that there were about 10. Like right now, remember, Al Capone with his plantation, together there is no more than 45 countries. That's 1/4 of 193 countries. 1/4. When you hear 45 countries or 50 countries or 40 countries demanded this, or they condemned, outrage 40 countries, put it in the context of 192 or 93, and you understand that that's a quarter. Go and vote with a quarter. And what are you going to do? Not even not even that. So when you hear the world community had it say, like right now, I read all that garbage regarding the universities. These guys are trying to change our free speech here with, with those universities. I think it's whatever it is, MIT, if I remember correctly, Harvard and Pennsylvania, or University of Pennsylvania or something. They want to, over there, again, outraged. I'm not outraged. I don't know what to talk about. Well, let's see. No, outrage, anger. These are the words. The community is upset. I meet a lot of people and none of them was like, but they make it. They make it this way. Why? They want those guys fired, basically. That's a different conversation that I'm not going to have on YouTube, obviously. It's too dangerous. Yeah, free speech is too dangerous in America. So here is, my friends. Remember, the United States now, again, is in a minority, was alone at the United Nations Security Council from 15. It was 13. I don't think I showed you that little thing, but it's always good to build trust by showing evidence, right? Right here. The vote in the 15-member council was 13-1, with the United Kingdom abstaining. Okay, so that was where this beautiful dame with her whatever, and the person and the entity that shackled these guys is not in the room. It's not over there. It is in the other room, and this one is right here. But how is that? Through deceiving we shall wage war or something. Okay, that's Mossad's motto. I'm paraphrasing, something like that. So my friends, next time you tell me who isolated who. All right, and if Russia was isolated over there with 5 countries voting against that resolution, with 142 voting for and about 35 abstaining. If Russia was isolated there, then the United States was also isolated when it was 9 against, 22 abstentions, and 149 for the resolution over there. And again, it was isolated when it vetoed alone against that when 15 United Nations Security Council vote. 13-1-1. So why don't we use the same terms now? Why don't we say, hey guys, you're isolated, you're alone, are you idiots? What's going on over here? You're on the wrong side of history. I don't hear these guys saying that. The world has spoken. The world community. You don't hear anything like that. Why? Because fuck it, free world and free speech. I'm very angry because I was duped. That's the word. Because you come here in the United States of America, you come, you find out here what? This is the way it works? This is the what? When you hear free world and when you hear them, we free world, free countries, free speech. Get out of here. It's all fake. Not all, but fake. Fake, phony. It's artificial. Listen to this. That's artificial. That's an American house. Things are artificial. Not America that used to be. But you could look at the society. with all the diversity and diversity hire and all that, you get fake and phony people with diplomas with empty heads being, let's say, director of this, supervisor of that, program director of this, politician that, president that, White House staff member like that. Fake and phony. And these guys are in charge. How do you expect this world to advance to the good? How? With these mediocrities? At best, mediocrities. And people like us, the best, poor us. No, but I rarely found someone who said, well, that guy on that position, yeah, man, that's a person right there. Yeah. Rarely in my life. I don't know. Maybe between 5 and 10, maybe not even 10, maybe 5 in my life. The rest were garbage. Direct experience. Look at them, listen to them, talk to them and say, what the hell is this guy doing over here? No wonder we work that perfectly like this. No wonder. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong. Maybe I'm exaggerating with the 5. Let's give them 10. Maybe even more, but definitely not more than 20. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.